Hi everyone, welcome back to my YouTube channel. Today we are going to talk about temporal fossa, and here at the side you can see the diagrammatic representation of temporal fossa. So let's start our topic with introduction. Temporal fossa is a shallow depression that is located on the lateral side of skull. It serves an important anatomical region because it accommodates the temporalis muscle, that is a key muscle involving in chewing. The fossa is formed by several cranial bones and is bounded by distinct anatomical landmarks. Understanding its structure and content is essential in anatomy, dentistry, and clinical medicine. Location of temporal fossa. Temporal fossa is situated on the lateral aspect of skull, above the zygomatic arch and below the temporal line. It is continuous inferiorly with the infratemporal fossa, that is a deeper space beneath it. Boundaries of temporal fossa. Boundaries of temporal fossa are: first is superior and posterior boundary, then it has anterior boundary, third is inferior boundary, and fourth is medial boundary or floor, and lateral boundary or roof. So first is superior and posterior boundary. Superior and posterior boundary is formed by the superior temporal line, that is an arching ridge on the parietal bone and frontal bone. Anterior boundary is by frontal process of zygomatic bone and zygomatic process of frontal bone. Then we have its inferior boundary, that is formed by zygomatic arch which separate it from the infratemporal fossa. Then we have its medial boundary, that is also called as floor. It is composed of parts of frontal bone, parietal bone, temporal bone, and sphenoid bone. Then we have its lateral boundary or roof of temporal fossa, that is covered by temporal fascia. That is a strong fibrous sheet attached superiorly to the superior temporal line and inferiorly to the zygomatic arch. Contents of temporal fossa include temporalis muscle, that is a broad fan-shaped muscle responsible for elevating and retracting the mandible. Second is two temporal nerves, that are branches of mandibular division of trigeminal nerve which innervates the temporalis muscle. Third is these temporal artery and veins, that are branches of maxillary artery and vein supplying the temporalis muscle. Fourth is middle temporal artery, that is branch of superficial temporal artery. And fifth is temporal fascia, that is covering of the temporalis muscle, providing protection and structural support. Functions of temporal fossa include: first is muscle accommodation, as it provides space for the temporalis muscle, which plays a vital role in mastication. Second function is pathway for neurovascular structure, as it allows passage of nerves and vessels that supply the temporalis muscle. Third function is structural division, as it forms an anatomical landmark separating the temporal region from the infratemporal fossa. Clinical significance of temporal fossa. Fractures or infection in this area can affect chewing and may spread to deeper cranial spaces. Conclusion of this lecture video: temporal fossa is a shallow depression on the side of skull that houses the temporalis muscle and important neurovascular structures. It is bounded by temporal line, zygomatic arch, and cranial bones, and play a critical role or central role in mastication and clinical anatomy. Its continuity with infratemporal fossa make it an important anatomical region for surgeons, dentists, and clinicians. And this was all about temporal fossa. Hopefully you liked the video. If you do, don't forget to like, share, subscribe, and comment. Thank you for watching.